confirmed, and it.
Okay, all good. Um, hey, so also with tonight, we'll go ahead.
Live coverage presented tonight by the Asphalt Racing Network. Sponsored by Decals Paint and Photoshops, your one-stop shop for all your iRacing paint needs. And of course, as always, Young Headed Collectibles for your new and vintage Lionel Racing die-cast needs. We are the shop to go on whatnot. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another week here at the American Stock Car Racing League, where they take the Gen 6 cars on one final time for the last race of the regular season here at Talladega. Of course, as always, thank you guys for tuning in on behalf of ASCRL and ARN. My name is Tyler Jones. As always, we have another special guest in the booth. A name you haven't heard before, a voice you haven't heard before, but a name if you are familiar with the channel you have seen before. He drives the number 9 Gen 6 car on Saturdays for the Naris Cup Series. He is the organizer and the owner, that being Jordan Fisher.
What's going on, guys? Tyler, thank you for having me here tonight.
Absolutely, man. No, a good place for you to be. You are pretty familiar with these Gen 6 cars, as you yourself have been with them in iRacing for a few years now.
Yeah, I've won in these cars. I've raced these cars a ton. I love the pack racing that they produce. Talladega is any driver's kind of race, and I could not have picked a better night to join the booth with you at a very, very special place that holds very close to my heart. So I'm very excited to be here tonight.
Now, of course, qualifying almost done. We had a few technical issues to begin with, but don't worry about that. It will not affect the rest of the night. We are seeing a few cars still. Rodman on the field right now. Adam Schroem as well. Breland finishing his time. A lot of guys here tonight. Names you are familiar with. Corey Rainey, Dalton Gibson, Sam Taylor, Aaron Wright from Right Time, Dylan Picklesimmer, Trevor Yates, Stephen Alessi, Russ Hancock, Matthew, Wilson, Leash, Riddle, Green, and a bunch more drivers here tonight, putting it all on the line one more time for the regular season. Now, of course, as you've seen before, we have shown the graphic multiple times, but this is what our season looks like. Right now, we are in the last run of the Gen 6 cars at Talladega this Monday, which you're watching right now. Playoffs will start next week. That will start the round of 12 at Daytona in the trucks. The elimination race for the round of 12 is going to be in the Xfinity cars at Talladega. Round of 8 starts off with the Gen 4 one more time at Daytona and finishes with the Gen 6 at Talladega. First race of the Final Four is going to be in the next gen cars on June 15th. And our championship race, where the points champ chooses the track and the team champ chooses the car, will be on June 22nd, rounding out ASCRL's very first season here on iRacing.
You know, I got to point out real quick. One driver that I've got my eyes on right now is Corey Rainey in the 4 car. He's going out kind of late, but he is one that I have had my eyes on for a while. Not only anywhere else, but especially in Naris, as He's one of the ones to watch on the super speedways. You know, he ran good in our Daytona 500. Um, he did great at Talladega last season. He did great at Daytona last season. He knows how to work the draft very, very well, especially when he's got other cars that are willing to work with him. So Corey Rainey is definitely going to be one to watch tonight as he looks to either fight his way through the field or to protect it up front all night.
See, this is something I'm very familiar with Rainey now, as he always chooses to try to be that last car on the field, ready for qualifying. He tries to see where everybody else is going to be on the qualifying time so he can get possibly that run to give him that pole. Now, it has worked out for him before. Sometimes works out better than ever. But, you know, sometimes you also fall short. Right now, I do agree with you. He is a threat. He's running a Kevin Harvick throwback. Busch is going to show possibly the anticipation he has here tonight for himself. And, of course, for the competition on the field. We know how Kevin Harvick was in these Gen 6 cars. He left nothing on the table. By the end of that race, he showed all his cards in his hand and practically went back into the pits, showing no remorse and not wishing any different. Will that be the story for this 4 car tonight? Of course, last race of the regular season before the playoffs. The American Stock Car Racing League cutoff race starts now. 10 drivers, 5 spots, no second chances when it comes to the cutoff night. Nobody is safe. Now, of course, what decides this race? You might be asking. This is about who you beat, not who you pass. You don't need to beat the field. You just need to beat Rodiman, Hurt, and Hancock. Of course, as always, with a crazy fight we're going to see here tonight, you better expect contact late. We do have 3 drivers with nothing to lose at this point in time. That being Jeremy James, Breland, and Zach Stevens. They will force moves, trying to possibly, still get a better finishing position. It's going to really change tides tonight, possibly. And, of course, we're just going to have to see how long everybody will be able to last here tonight.
Yeah, Talladega. It's definitely a true testament to want to last, but it's always not about when. It's about if it happens. Big one. That's the one that we gotta always fear. A lot of these drivers that are below the cut line, you gotta wonder, can they survive tonight? Talladega is one race that you cannot ever expect to walk away from. At least one person is going to be going home on the trailer. A lot of cars here tonight. Gotta wonder.
Now, of course, bells are tolling. You guys in the live chat know exactly what that means. That means we are on the grid already and showing who won the pole here tonight. 33 of Josh Ball takes away the pole position here tonight. Sam Taylor will be in 2nd place. Then, of course, in 3rd, you have Vicente Guerrero, Luke Johnson in 4th. Adam Kilday in 5th. Adam Schroem in 6th place. Alan Hess in 7th. Gary Breland in 8th. Daniel Holloway in 9th. And rounding out your top 10 is going to be Spencer Peel.
And starting in the 11th position tonight is going to be Tyler Hurt. On the outside to Tyler is going to be Christian Rhodes. Daniel Half starting P13. Corey Rainey himself, Rain Man, starting P14. Matt Benkei starting 15th. Chase Greer starting 16th there on the outside. Anthony Poston, excuse me if I butchered that, starting 17th there. Tyler A. Green starting 18th there. Joshua Riddle starting 19th. And Kevin Leach rounding out your top 20.
Just outside of those top 20 drivers is going to be Eric Rodiman in 21st position. Dylan Picklesimmer, teammate, sitting next to him in 22nd. Matthew Wilson behind his teammate in 23rd. Brett Matthews in 24th. Russ Hancock in 25th with Stephen Alessi on the outside in 26th. Trevor Yates in 27th. And the man himself, Dalton Gibson, rounding out the field here in 28th position. Seems like we had a registration from the 78 of Aaron Wright, but he does not seem to be on the track right now.
And that, to me, is a bit of a disappointment because Aaron Wright I've raced with a lot. He's one to make some bold moves.
He knows how to make some good racing action. Now, of course, we are getting ready to go. Pace lights are off. Last green flag of the regular season here from the flag man. Coming in just a few short moments now.
Tyler, I gotta tell you, man, I'm excited about this one tonight.
It's about to be a good one. Pace car off in DW fashion. Let's hit it into the restart zone, this time on Josh Ball. What do they say?
Boogity, boogity, boogity.
Racing, boys. Good start here early on, already ready to go. 2x2 action, no wavering, a little bit of maneuvers from the 23 there on the high side. They are already pushed to 3 wide, just a few lines back from the leaders. Everybody trying to stay 2x2 right now. No one really trying to make that move, but of course it's still really early on. 100 laps here, 50 laps split. The first stint and the second stint for that break in the middle. Drivers still have a lot on the line here to go tonight. But of course, it is about the finishing position. For a lot of these drivers, they are on the bubble, if not out. Radaman sitting in 12th right now. He is at a very risky position, all the way at the back of the field. Now having to move his way up. He's already in 14th position, trying to make moves right now, but he still has a lot of positions left to go.
I kind of find interesting that they're already moving there to the outside pretty early. You gotta wonder if they're just trying to do a full safety strategy and maybe just stay tame for now. Just keep it as tame as they can. You see the 3 wide there between the 88, the 4, and the 77. Brady's falling back to the pack and in that sucker hole, as DW would call it as. A lot of cars on the outside though, so it looks like it's going to be a pretty outside dominant race for now. Oh, they are 4 wide through the tri-oval there. Easy, guys.
Already trying to make some crazy moves early on as the Candyman, your official, at this point in time, we might as well call him official regular season champ, is pulling up the field on the bottom side. And this is something very out of the ordinary because you don't see it here. It has always been top side runs at these super speedways. Now we're seeing the bottom side starting to make a difference. We got a driver off track back there, down off the apron, falling all the way back to the end of the pack right now. Seems to be the 88 of Dylan Picklesimmer.
You know, I think he just wanted to get out of the pack there. That 4 wide kind of looked scary for a minute going through the tri-oval. Yeah, I think he just wants to play it safe there.
I mean, could be a wise move from Picklesimmer at this point in time, too. I mean, it's still lap 3. You don't want to put too much damage on your car, if any at all. I mean, of course, this is a big race. Stage points could save or end a season. Picklesimmer is one of those guys to watch. Of course, Zach Stevens not here tonight. He is currently at work, so he will not be here tonight. But between Picklesimmer and Rhodes, these are guys to watch. Of course, the early race matters more than ever here tonight. And one caution really can change everything. A late restart is going to equal chaos, and it's going to possibly change the outcome of a race. And that's where someone's season could possibly end.
3 by 3 by 3. My bad, partner.
No, I was about to say the same thing. 3 by 3 for 3 lines as Rainey is 13 positions up from where he started, now holding the lead.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Rain Man is one to watch tonight. He's going to win this race. I'm calling it right now. That is my pick tonight.
You know, he has been on a bit of a cold streak. He's came up close in a lot of leagues, a lot of races. He still doesn't have that necessary power to kind of advance himself on other nights. Tonight really looking like a strong night. I told you that Busch Light, Kevin Harvick throwback scheme is going to be it for him. I mean, look at the racing here. Just go to the blimp cam and see it. We are 3 wide racing for 6 lines. Plus, actually, it's like 8 lines of 3 wide racing right now.
This is incredible racing. I've never seen the Gen 6 car do this. And one thing about the Gen 6 car, I don't know if you've noticed this yet, but the pushing, the rounded noses on some of these cars, mainly the Camaros, you got to be careful pushing. One wrong move, and it's going to set off a chain reaction, and you don't know how many cars you're going to collect in that crash. You've got to be careful.
You see that rounded nose of the 12 there on the bottom side. They were just 3 wide for the lead. It didn't last long. That bottom side line is really getting a lot of momentum. Candyman being pushed by the 33, a ball all the way to the front now, and they're actually putting a gap on the rest of the cars behind them. That is something you don't see much at a super speedway.
No, not in these cars. I've never seen that happen in these cars, but I gotta tell you, I am thoroughly impressed by the racing so far on lap 7. It's 100 laps, guys. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! Big move out of Rainey there to the bottom as he went from high side to bottom side, took the elevator downstairs. He's now on the bottom with no help, as the middle here is going to prevail coming out of turn 4.
I think he knows that bottom side might have the run at the end. It also might be that aero package. You know how these cars are on the top side. You're getting a lot of air, a lot of draft, and it kind of makes your car tight and loose at the same time here. The more cars you have, the tighter it gets.
Whoa, there they go.
7 going back up on the track, causing a stack up. Rainey was just able to avoid that little bit of contact to the passenger side, and the big one already out. Luke Johnson in the 7. The initial start of that wreck, it looked like. Rodman, Riddle, Schroem, and Half all involved is what it seems.
See Pickle Simmer involved there. He's got a lot of rear end damage on that 88 car. I think I've seen a little bit of left front damage as well.
Of course, looking at the replay, sponsored by Young Hitter Collectibles. We're going back just a little bit to show you what led up to this lap. We are following the 7 of Luke Johnson. Going into the turn, 23, sent it in mid. Hit him a little bit too much. There's a 23 of Gary Breland. Rainey was able to maintain that car, and the 23 comes up, collects Josh Riddle, collects the 87 as well. 43 in the wall, 78, or 79, excuse me, and the 88 all involved that time. Not a pretty wreck to start off the race.
Not at all, and very, very early. It's going to end a lot of people's day early. One that could have possibly waited maybe 30 laps for it to happen. You got to wonder what could have been.
Now remember, drivers do have fast repairs here. So they will be able to fix damage. Of course, some, not all. Of course, if it's a little bit too bad, you know, that fast repair, it's going to help you, but now you're going to be down one when you might need it at the late stages of the race. Of course, first caution out now. We're just 8 laps in. Still got a lot of racing left to go here tonight.
Definitely fortunate that it happened this early, but as you mentioned, that fast repair is going to help them get them back out there, and we can continue that great racing, because that is what impressed me the most, is how quickly they went to 3 wide and how fast it happened too. We were 3 laps in and they were already trying to go 3 wide, and they held it for a while too, and it was impressive.
I mean, they did a really good job at it, almost 10 lines deep of just 3 wide racing. You know, that 3 wide there's what caused this accident. Of course, you know, people starting to try to make moves now. They're seeing what their car can do, how the car handles, what they possibly can, make something, if they can make something out of nothing. And, unfortunately, just a little bit too eager there. One driver coming down, one driver going up, and that's what caused contact. Ball going to be out of pits first. Holloway going to be out in second. Taylor in third. Teal in fourth. Christian Rhodes with a close exit. That is going to go to Teal. Then Brandon Matthews. Christian Rhodes. Looks like Chase Greer. Josh Riddle. Trevor Yates and Poston. Excuse me. Rounding out your top 10 right now. 79 looks like to be falling a little bit further to the back, which means Tyler Green's going to move up into 9th. Hurt's going to move up into 10th.
One thing I'm seeing right now that's going to probably hinder the rear of the field a little bit is the 12 of Joshua Riddle. It looks like it's still got a little bit of left front damage that can't tell if he's trying to limp it back to pit road to get it fixed or if he's just trying to limp it as far as it can. But that left front is shaking hard, and I don't know if he's going to be able to actually race it any further until he gets that left front fixed.
Yeah, looking at that left front suspension cam right there. Tire bouncing all over the place. Not looking too good right now for him. Could be trying to limp it back to pits like you said. They might not have a fast repair on tonight because he should have already been ready to go and back out. See if we can check that. There's one fast repair. There is one fast repair here tonight. He might not be trying to use his fast repair.
He may not be, but it looks like he's going to have to because that left front's bouncing. And with this Gen 6, when you break a wheel like that, it is violent. It shakes your wheel all over the place. It makes it a very uncomfortable situation that you're put in. He's going to go in and probably get it fixed here. It's not the most comfortable thing to drive when either the left front or the right front is broken like that, especially with that bouncing up and down.
And he didn't pit the first time. So he came back and pitted now, overshot the pit box. That's going to hurt him there.
He just had no brakes on the car.
Definitely used the fast repair. Getting a fresh set of tires as well, and he'll be back on the field with no fast repairs left now. Of course, at the time of the caution after pit road exit, Ball and Holloway going to be in line 1. Taylor and Teal in line 2. Rhodes and Greer line 3. Yates and Green line 4 with Poston and Kilday in line 5. Ball only leading 7 laps of the race right now. Holloway has been in a fight. He's led 2. It's going to be a really good restart between this top line here, as Holloway is a man that wants wins. Of course, 7 of Luke Johnson back on track now. 4, Corey Rainey also on track there in 13th. Rainey did pit. He was in pits for 25-20, so it seems like he actually took his damage off with saving a fast repair.
Smart man. He knows how to get it done. He got that car repaired naturally, and I'm going to be watching him to make his way back up to the front. And real quick, before we go back green, I'm going to be a little bit biased. I kind of got to be. My second eyes of the night for myself is the 9 of Sam Taylor. I should have seen that one coming. Pace car is going to be off here. We're going to get back racing. We'll get back to that here in just a second.
Back in the restart box for Josh Ball. Long trial entry before we go back green. Now anywhere in the box, he fires off. Back to green flag, lap 11. Taylor started in second, like you were saying, that 9 car. He's in third. He's only down 1 position right now. Not much help on the bottom side, though. Only 1 car behind him. That is the teammate of Christian Rhodes.
Yeah, I was gonna say too. It was a bit bold to see the ball go up to the high side that quickly, take the outside. So it looks like the outside's still gonna be a pretty dominant line early on tonight. Everyone's just kind of wanting to fade up there. Maybe, oh, they're making a move here. Save a little bit of the race, just kind of ride it out, as I mentioned earlier. But that 21 is not wasting any time trying to get to the front. He wants to lead these laps tonight.
Now, of course, high side prevailing, but the Candyman's starting to make the run on the bottom side. Drivers don't know which way they want to go right now. It's looking like they're already trying to get these three lines back and rolling. You're seeing it happen just slowly but surely. Rainey leading the middle line, Ball leading the top side, and Holloway now leading the race. He has actually just changed to the middle line, so he's going to fall back, pick up Corey Rainey. And now those 5 cars are going to move, wrecking again. 4 around. 21 around.
4's involved again. 96 of Rodman's involved.
Already. Not even a lap back from green. Already another move, costing a few positions. I need an enhanced view. Thank you, cameraman. So
Like
31.
Cars.
Yeah.
It's like I mentioned earlier, you got to be careful with some of these rounded noses, and you can't be doing any kind of triple pushing. You have got the thing about the Gen 6 car is you can't put 3 cars up to push. It's almost tandem drafting. Only 2 cars can push at once. But that round of nose of the 31, that was bound to happen. He was just shoving the 4 through the 21. It was just not a good connection. The 97 got involved a little bit as well. He was pushing the 31 into the 4. The 4 just didn't hook up correctly, and off they went.
Costed a lot of damage right there. You could already see it. 4 goes up, meets the 96 head on. 96 again, 3 times, 4 times on that right side. You see he's got nose damage as well from the Holloway situation.
And they caught Holloway
was
quick
involved too. Yeah, they did.
They caught him quick. That was to be expected. If Corey wasn't in that situation, I think the 31 would have had a better hookup. But nothing that they could have done. They were locked in.
Close call for Holloway onto the inside wall. He managed to recover it. Of course, you saw the 96 making contact with the 4. He drove through the grass, recovered it. Of course, definitely had some front end damage to him. Drivers in pits now.
Doesn't seem like the 21's that bent up. It looks like he just got a nasty bump and he spun out. I don't see much wrong with the 21 car.
Yeah, honestly, he got about the best of it.
He's got slight left rear damage. I don't think it's going to hurt that car much. He's just going to get that repaired and get back out there. That's if he hasn't used up his fast repair already.
And of course, we already have a few guys laps down. Brandon Matthews is your leader at this point in time in the caution. Back past 20th and 27th. The 70 Johnson's 2 laps down. The 35 of Banky is 5 laps down.
Hate to cut off what we're talking about. Well, we actually had a crash that was missed on pit road. The looks like the 71 got into the 4. The 71 was coming out of the box as the 4 was going into the box and tagged Corey. Some more damage on the 4 car. That's definitely going to hurt his night tonight.
We're gonna follow him going into pits. Okay, here's the 4 car entering pit road. I'm glad you said something because that did not register on my side of everything.
Yeah, no, I was watching the cars go down pit road, and the next thing you know, I saw the 4 car. He missed his box, and he backed up to it, and it's because he got spun out.
Kind of the same situation we were just watching last night in pits. Tough break already.
He looks to be back out on track. I don't see any harsh rear damage, so he might still have a car that can contend.
Well, we could
See, the
also
quarter
check
panel's kind of lifted up a little bit too.
that last pit time. He was in pits for a second, so he uses fast repair because that was lap 14. He probably used his fast repair, no tires, back out on the track. So that could also kind of go bad for the 4 now, as he's already used that pretty early, only 15 laps in. Still got a lot of laps go.
Still plenty of time for everyone.
Of course.
Now, the best thing I've heard about Talladega, sorry again.
No, you're good. Good.
The best thing I heard about coming to Talladega is that if you have an engine that cranks, you have a shot to win. So I'm not counting anybody out, including Rainey, with how many crashes have happened here tonight and how severe they've been.
Well, man, you could tell the crashes are already having an impact on these re-racks because, you know, Brandon Matthews now up 22 positions in first place. Spencer Teal, he's been sitting in the top 10 for a little bit. He's up 9 positions. Rhodes, he's up 9 as well. In third, you know, Chase Greer up 11. In 8th place, Yates, he's up 19th. So, I mean, we're already seeing how these wrecks are already affecting these re-racks. Of course, pace car off again. Start lap 17 this time by. Now, of course, you know, we do have a war zone going on from 8th now. We do have a war zone going on from 8th back to 18th place.
Oh, they're already crashing again. Oh, that did not take that long that time.
Oh my, oh my. Four with a little bit more contact to the 7 there. Luke Johnson going off track just before it happened. So it happened just in front. And there it is on your screen. Coming from the 71 and the 3 is what it looks like. Trevor Yates. Yates with a move. 85 looked to be going up. So the 3 hit his brakes, which put the 71 of Yates into him. 21 of Holloway kind of involved. 17 of Gibson seems to squeak through on the bottom. Stephen Alessi was recorded in that accident.
Well, it's something I was going to mention earlier. Talladega is definitely a patience game. You got to be patient with what you're going to do. If the time isn't coming now, it's going to come eventually. Not everyone needs to be making the moves too early. I don't see a rush to want to get to the front now, as you know, we've still got just over 80 laps to go in this race.
I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot left to go, and you know the racing was. We get it. You know, you're gonna have that anticipation to kind of be aggressive. want to get up to a good position early, but at what cost? You're not only affecting your night, you're affecting somebody else's night. And once you get that fast repair off, then you're gonna have to go laps down in the pits getting damage off.
Yeah, it's definitely a game that not a lot of people want to play. Just got to have more patience here. It's a long, long race. There's plenty of time. The moves will come to you. The openings will come. It's just about making it at the right time. I don't see a need why the 85 was trying to go up that early. He may have gotten a bad bump. He may have had a issue with the car. I don't know. I'm not in the car tonight.
And, looking at it, as literally I was about to start talking about the war zone, which is kind of what we're seeing right now, from 8th to 18th. Matt Banky is in 8th, 252 points. He's inside the playoffs for now. Of course, Chase Greer at 244. Greer currently sitting in 7th place. We also have Russ Hancock sitting at 10th with 240 points. Currently, right now, sitting in 16th position. Of course, then you have Tyler Hurt in 11th with 229 points to the start of this race. He's in 6th. And then last that is in right now is going to be Rodman. Rodman right now is in 25th. He is on the cut line with only 212 points. Jeremy James is just behind him at 206, just 6 points out. Of course, doesn't seem to be James on the track tonight, so that'll help him a little bit. But he also has Sam Taylor in 14th. That's just 7 points behind at 205. Sam Taylor right now resides in 12th place. Zach Stevens, who is unfortunately not here tonight, but of course, he's in that 16th spot, 14 back at 198. You got Breland in. Breland is in 16th. 16th on points, 198. Currently sitting at 3rd here right now. Corey Rainey, we've seen him kind of have some unfortunate early on. He's 18 points back, sitting in 17th. Then, of course, last but not least, you got Alan Hess right now in 5th, 22 points back. These guys are pretty close. Of course, Banky's in 8th. He's safe, but he's not safe. He has the speed, but he hasn't closed recently. Of course, he should be safe, but one wreck will change everything for him. If chaos hits, nobody's safe because he's still close enough to fall.
Yeah, and if I'm lost my spot here. Got my notes in front of me. Excuse me just a sec. If I'm Rodman, sitting in 26th on pit road repair and damage, everyone is chasing him. Everyone is racing Rodman. He is the cutoff line. Everyone is going to go through him. Every move goes through him as well. What he does is going to impact that cut line. So the aggression that I'm looking for needs to come out of Rodman. No, I've not been here before, and this is my first race up in the booth with you. At the same time, though, I love a good storyline, and Rodman is one that I'm also following here tonight.
Same thing with Chase Greer right now. He's not had the best season. Also hasn't been the worst for him. Of course, could be better in certain points and times. But that's anywhere. Right now it's been a little bit difficult for him here and there. But, of course, Greer currently sitting in 9th on points. He does not have a win. He only has 1 top 5, 4 top 10s with 9 starts. A good position to be in, but you still have to hustle it down. Right now he is what a lot of people are saying, the quiet killer. Nobody talks about him, but he's still holding strong. Kind of like a bad fart, silent but deadly. So, at this point, is he going to cruise his way in, or something like tonight, where multiple wrecks keep happening and those wrecks go farther up the field? Is he just going to slowly disappear to the back and kind of end his run? He's not far, but he's also not close either. An early wreck out can practically end his season.
Oh, and someone who's tracking him down on points is Hancock, sitting 10th on the point standings. Has a win, but is barely holding on. As we have missed the green flag, pace car went off. And they're back to green.
So, I mean, 10th place, like you were saying, Hancock, 240 points. 1 stage win. He has only have 1 win, 2 top 5s, 3 top 10s out of 9 races. I mean, another guy that's been struggling on the top 10 finishing performance. You know, and with him sitting at his spot, I mean, of course, you know, it's not a win and in situation. He can miss the playoffs. I mean, how does that happen? You know, how does a winner miss a playoff run?
And that's the very real question here tonight is, can Hancock, they are going crazy through the drive here, almost 4 wide, battling their mid-pack. Can he hold on? That is a very, very real question tonight. He's got to overperform. He's got to overachieve. Tonight is the night.
I mean, it's a lot to think about. We are now just 3 laps shy of a quarter way through this race, 100 laps. Of course, you know, 25 laps ad-free. Rainy
there
in
goes
it
Rainy.
again.
That
Inside
one is
wall
going to take him out.
drama. Yeah, looks like steering is gone.
No caution, but that one is going to hurt him a lot. He might be out of this now. Looks like slight contact.
I'm not even getting a recorded wreck. Let's see if we can go back and watch.
Josh. Looks like it's just a bad bump. He was kind of squirrely down the backstretch on his own.
Oh, yeah, that's the end of night.
And then Ball just came up and gave him a bad bump into the 24, sent him down to the inside wall, and he ate it hard.
Yeah, that is definitely the end of night. Go to the cockpit view on this one. 33 of Josh Ball was behind him at the point in time, gave him that bump. Another one, Ball in a Ford. That's Ford to Ford damage. You think, you know, manufacturers, you stick together, you wouldn't push each other too aggressively. You know, leave a little bit of room. And I feel like that's the biggest problem right now. These drivers aren't leaving much room between each other. So as soon as you check up, of course, you know, you don't need to be full throttle here with the draft. As soon as you check up, you got another car in your bumper, and now it's an off-centered bump because they didn't expect you to be that close. And boom, now we have, you know, a wreck out or another caution. And, you know, there's just not enough momentum, you know, to kind of hold everybody on their own, and it's causing accidents.
It's the accordion effect. One car hits the brakes, everyone is going to hit the brakes. But with the Ford, I wouldn't have expected that with the flat nose of the, we have a caution on track. Oh, whoa. Oh, 23 has a hard hit. Ooh, that got nasty real quick.
No, I was following the wrong guy this entire time. It's nice. Good job, cameraman. Now you want to follow the right guy.
Not entirely sure how this transpired. Oh, the 31 of the 23 made contact coming off turn 4. An ARCA braking incident. ARCA brakes have been enabled. That is a hard hit. That's going to end some nights.
Good Lord. There's airborne counter number 1. Yeah, something we've added to the broadcast here. It's an airborne counter, Jordan.
I love that.
We are officially airborne count number 1 early on, which means Brianna Lauren has to be in the chat. Fourth caution out now. Airborne count officially on your screen. It is just under the yellow. It'll be in the black bar once we get back with the full tower. But it is on your screen. Yep, Brianna's in chat. Hi, Brianna. It's open this time by for drivers. Man, oh man. Should have known. I ain't checked chat in a while. Should have known. Hopefully
well,
we're
partner,
not
while
gonna
we are
see.
under this quick caution, I'm going to take a quick step away, go take care of something real quick, and I'll be right back before the green flag.
Yeah, go get me a hot dog from the concessions, why don't you?
I don't know about that one. I'll bring you back a cold one. How's that sound?
That works better. Now, of course, with pits cycling now, Dalton Gibson's going to be in the lead. 27 positions up from where he gridded all the way back in 28th. Vicente Guerrero going to be in second place. Wow, Rainey is still on the track. Corey Rainey's night is not over. He might not have used that fast repair earlier. 54 seconds in pits. The left front will give us the tell. He is good to go. Right front as well. Right rear good as well. Right front and the right rear all good to go. Oh boy. Corey Rainey is still on track, partner.
Oh, wow. Okay, so he left that fast repair in the bank.
Yep, 54 seconds, 383 in pits. All tires, all damage, all spoilers, splitters, everything good to go here. So he is now sitting back in 25th.
Rain Man back in the hunt.
And of course, like we were just saying, Dalton Gibson up in the lead. 27 positions up from where he started back in 28th. Christian Rhodes going to be in third. Kilday in fourth. Drivers going back down to pits. Some drivers get a little bit more damage off. Pickle Simmer's now going to be sitting in fifth. Greer in sixth. Tyler Hurt in seventh. Green in eighth. Teal and Taylor running out ninth and 10th. And of course, we've hit that 25 lap mark, ad free, now officially over. So before we ever hit that first ad break, we would like to just say, if anybody is an Amazon Prime subscriber, you have one free sub a month here on Twitch. You can use that for the channel as you please to get ad-free viewing. That will show you our picture-in-picture, so you'll still be able to see the race while we do our own commercial break. So if you do have the means necessary to do so, we urge you to sub to the channel. Of course, if you have Twitch Turbo, you don't have nothing to worry about. You already get ad-free viewing across the entire platform. Right now, this is going to be a good restart.
Yeah, this is going to be a great restart. You got 88 up there again. Corey back in the hunt.
Dalton Gibson's been on a power run. He is in third on points, 275, 15 stage points. No wins. 3 top 5s, 5 top 10s, and 9 starts. Of course, he is in the hunt right now, trying to get that win before the regular season's over. Vicente Guerrero now. He came in late. He's in 23rd on points. Will not be able to make it. 162 points, that is, but he does have one win under his belt. He has 2 top 5s, 1 top 10 with 4 starts. Of course, as we were saying before, it's going to be tough for a lot of the guys in the back.
going to be very, very tough, especially with how many cautions we've had so far. But pace cars off. They're going to hit that restart zone one more time. Green is back
green
out on the track.
flag. A little bit of side-by-side action early. Guerrero pulling ahead. He's going to be getting that run from the 85 of Kilday. Those are teammates. Fighting for 1 and 2 right now. Officially getting it as the number 1 of Christian Rhodes jumps up in front of his teammate at Picklesimmer, leaving Gibson down there by himself.
You already see it 3 wide, a little bit mid-pack. 40 and the 24 right in there in the middle. But back to the front, they are going to go single file on the top side, about 5 cars up.
Still 3 wide, about 6 cars back.
Yeah, still 3 wide, 6 cars back. But you got to wonder now if the aggression level's now finally coming down. We've weeded out a couple of cars. They now know the limits of what they can and can't do. You would think, though, with this being a Super Speedway Series, they would have already found those limits. But not every race is the same. Every race is going to go different. And with this one being the last race of the regular season, the aggression level is already so much higher than before. But I wonder now if the aggression level has finally come down. They're going to race it out just a little bit, maybe ride it out a couple of laps, and then we can go racing.
We'll see. Another thing as well, what kind of differs a lot of the time is, you know, with all these cautions, you got guys that push themselves up to a different position. Now, you know, with them being in the front now, they might not be used to the pushing. So it's going to be a little bit difficult, you know, for some of these guys in the front now to hold that line. They're not accustomed to having the entire field behind them for the duration, and you know, that they'll be up there for. Of course, it's kind of hard to tell how long it will be, but you know, the entire duration that they are up in a higher position than what they're used to, it's going to be a little bit difficult, you know. So you're gonna have to find grace for some of the drivers, but you know, after enough times of it, especially for these guys in the hunt, you know, it does get a little troubling. I mean, Jeremy James, one of the guys in the hunt, fortunately not here on track tonight, so that's going to hurt him out. Sam Taylor, he is 14th. Taylor is here tonight. He's sitting in 3rd right now. I mean, this is the guy to watch. He's waiting for someone to slip up. We've seen a lot of it happen so far. I mean, one mistake away from stealing it at this point. He doesn't need to dominate. He just needs chaos ahead of him. That's what we've seen so far tonight. I mean, this could be a situation where we see one of these guys pull themselves in. Of course, Steven's not here in 15th, which puts Breland up in a bigger position. I mean, it's the biggest collapse. He is a former contender outside looking in. He, you know, from a title threat to desperation. He has to make moves. There is no more safe racing. And, you know, it's a lot of what we're seeing here tonight. Guys that are in that position, guys that want that last regular season win, that are really having to fight for it, but, you know, at what cost?
And I think I might have spoke a little bit too soon about that aggression level, because they are already now 3x3x3 again, mid-pack, working their way back up to the front. Talladega is very, very famous for that. A lot of aggressive racing. Ooh. Very exciting to watch. Ooh, yeah, I saw that one too. Cutting it a little bit too close. Got real risky real quick.
Jesus. We're talking about gritting teeth here, man. It's literally gritted teeth. Let's find someone in the mid-pack and go to an onboard. We need to see how this is looking like for him. Cockpit view, driver helmet cam enabled.
Partner, I said let's go on board the 4 car. Well, the 31's a good pick too, as he is dead center of the pack.
4 car is a little bit further in the pack too. We can get a view from him. All drivers have driver cams on. We also
2
have...
laps down, but
Hey man, look at him. He's got even a blue chromed out shifter.
Rain Man, what is going on over there at RVR that you are chroming out your shifter?
Look
2
at
laps
the
down, but he
embankments.
is making his way back up to the front quick. He wants those laps back.
Looking at gyro cam for embankments. You guys don't realize how much curvature these corners have. Just look at it now. Gyro is stabilized for level ground. That car is 45 plus degrees sideways. Now looking at the roll bar cam, we can actually take a look around the field for him. Driver's off track right now. Going into pits early on. Rest of the field, he's battling around. 88 of Pickle Simmer. 31 of Boston just in front. You know, trying to get laps back with a lot of traffic around. The Rain Man trying to make it happen. Laps down. See that side draft getting him a good run. On the outside there, Christian Rhodes and Pickle Simmer just to the inside. I mean, this is masterclass racing right now while under green conditions for a lot of these drivers.
Yeah, the 14, 85, 33, 32, they all made their pit stops under green. Might have been a little bit short on fuel. So they're going to get those out of the way, but they are a little unorganized, so this pack is going to track them down quick when they come back around.
Oh, absolutely.
Just got back on track at the back stretch.
I mean, that's going to hurt them. Small pack going in early. I mean, lap 36, of course. We're only going to lap 50 for the first stint, so they might be able to make it now, but with the draft of these drivers in front of them, of course, everybody's going to signal differently, and they're all going to go in at different times. We're not going to see this entire pack going together. A lot of teams mixed up here. 1, 2, 3 right now for one team themselves. You know, they're probably all, of course, going to go into pits at the same time. I mean, Sandcastle Racing, I think, was the first ones to go in, waiting on Slightly Dangerous, who's leading the pack right now, to go in as well.
Well, the problem I was going to mention earlier, they got formed up now, but there were 2 cars each. They were tandem drafting, 2 by 2, and that was definitely going to hurt them. They're all lined up now in a 4-car train down the backstretch, but the pack is catching them quick, so it's either go time or lose that spot.
Of course, lap 37 right now, coming around to lap 38. Seen a lot of wrecks so far. It's been a little difficult for some of these drivers. Not the best for most, but of course, last race of the regular season. Right now, we're going to hit our first commercial break of the night, and we will be back in just 3 minutes. Don't go nowhere. We hope to see you back here in just a few.
stay in victory lane.
The after checks are low. Don't count out anybody. Who wants it the most?
We are eyes on the leader now.
What a victory this will be. Next flag is going to end. Does he have enough? Let's go. A dominant performance. They're going to say no, baby. Let's go.
You gotta earn this thing.
It is all on the table.
Back here after that commercial break. Welcome back. Appreciate you hanging out with us. American Stock Car Racing League, lap 42, last race of the regular season. A lot on the line for these drivers here tonight. Right now, the 343 of Russ Hancock in the lead. Just behind him is the 21, the Candyman of Daniel Holloway. Pickle Simmer in the 88 with Christian Rhodes leading that bottom line. But they have to get up to that front if they want that positioning. Hancock and Holloway are not afraid to block. They will do so, as you see them do there.
Well, now we see more cars making pit stops in the green, so a lot of these guys are trying to get down to the bottom quick because they might be running low on fuel, so they're trying to strategize how and when they're going to do it. You see most cars on the bottom here, so it looks like they're lining up to make a pit stop or to stretch the fuel in the draft and see how far they can take it. But you got to wonder when a lot of the majority of these cars are going to come down and how it's going to turn out for them. We saw 4 cars come down earlier, and they are getting tracked down by the pack. They just came off turn 2. As I'm hearing now, more cars are going to come in. The 88's got his hand out. A couple more cars in front of him have his hand out. So expect a big group of cars here.
Now we're going to follow those cars too. Slightly Dangerous Racing, all probably going to go in at the same time. That's going to be Pickle Simmer, Rhodes, and Taylor. Taylor going in as well. A little bit of contact in the rear. Taylor going to fall off of it. Locking up brakes to go into pits. Good Lord, they are staggered all over the place. This is probably going to spill out in pits. Hopefully nobody wrecks. This is under green flag conditions. You hate to see it. Everybody made it to pit safely.
But as I called it, they were trying to get down to that bottom quick. So they were already lining up to a lap before, which is smart. I like that out of these guys. They are making the we are 4 wide on pit road. That got dangerous for a second. They were lining it up. They were strategizing it quick, and they made it happen as that group of 4 is now passing them back for position. So for them, it worked out exactly how they had planned it.
Now, of course, a few more. Teal and Greer into pits this time. Green as well. Rodman, Alessi, and Breland all into pits. It's going to put Vicente Guerrero to the lead with Kilday teammate just behind Josh Ball as well. Daniel Half. All should be rounding out to be your leaders in about 32 seconds.
And they had this planned out. They had that planned out to a T. They were going to pit early and take that position back once everything rounded out. They wanted out of that danger zone.
I mean, good move to have, you know. No pasta racing. Kilday, Schroem, Half, Ball, and Guerrero. We've seen them do pretty good. Ball getting the pole here tonight. 4 out of the 5 cars lined up here, about to take the lead. I mean, you can't really say anything else worse could be happening with the team. I mean, Schroem kind of down and out right now in 21st by himself on the track. But, you know, this team came in pretty late into the season and has been showing dominance. You know, I feel like coming around to Season 2, it's going to be a little difficult for Candy Shack Motorsports and Holloway to possibly get more wins.
Yeah, but now, as I'm looking, they are at a very big disadvantage because there is a group of 5 that is tracking them down. Just went into turn 1, and there's about a group of about 10 or 11 cars that just crossed the tri-oval as they're all going to get grouped up here, and they're going to track down the 14, 85, 32, 33. They're going to track them all down.
Once that group catches up to the group we're following right now, with Taylor, Picklesimmer, Rhodes, Teal, and Greer, it's going to be on back to the front of that pack. It's lap 46, though. They don't have many laps to do so. 9 seems to be having some network connection issues. Blinking a little bit there. Not a good thing to see, especially when you're leading a pack. But, yeah, 47 laps. 47 laps in the books. Well, 46 laps in the books now, excuse me. Start of lap 47. Not many more laps to go here in stage 1.
And that 9 still having connection issues as they are continuing. He's still leading the pack. I expect him soon to drop out of the lead of the pack, but that's my second pick of the night. So I'm not looking too hot right now.
That's why I don't do picks. It's very scary. A lot of cars lap down from 21st back. Starting off with Schromm a lap down. He will get his lap back at the stage break. I think all the way, Alessi a lap down in 20th. He'll be the first one to get a lap back. Schromm will be the second. If all leaders pit, he can get the wave around, but it is risky. Rodman in 22nd. 2 laps down. Same with Breland, Johnson, Wilson, Rainey 3 laps down. 26. Yates, I believe, is 6 laps down right now, and it's just not a good night for some. Of course, others are having a better night than they possibly expected, but it's tough. For Rainey right now in 17th position, he needs a miracle. It's not impossible for him to get himself in. Same thing with Alan Hess. It's a must-win the Chaos Lottery, but for these 2 drivers right now, not looking pretty good.
I've seen a lot of drivers come back from worse too. So a lot of these drivers who are 1 to 2 laps down, they are still in the hunt. If they can catch a caution at the right time, stay out, grab some track position, they're going to be in a good shot, and we're going to get most of this field back together. And it's going to line up for a crazy finish should it work out that way. But right now, coming to I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, partner, coming to the white flag this time by for the stage.
Yes, sir. 2 to go right now. Ball in the lead. And, of course, we started this night just 49 laps ago with 10 drivers entering tonight on the bubble. But only 5 will leave with their championship hopes alive.
Sam Taylor looks like he's got those connection issues back going, so he's still leading that second pack here, but the 33 ball is going to take the white flag as they're going to go down the backstretch one more time for stage 1. It looks like those 4 have it all locked up to themselves. No threat is imminent to those front 4.
I would say a good stint 1 for these drivers. No pasta racing with 4 out of the 5 drivers finishing this first stint in the top 5.
And that's the most impressive thing is they're going to cross the line here. Ball will win the first stint, but that's teamwork. That's what you need to have at these kinds of races, and they did that perfectly.
Of course, now caution out for the stage break. Drivers have to get ready to go back again. Do it all over again one more time for another 50 laps to figure out who will be the winner here tonight and who will possibly be eliminated from a playoff run. Hang on to your seats, ladies and gentlemen, and go take a bathroom break as we will ourselves up here in the booth, and we'll catch you back in 3 minutes as we go picture in picture. We are back from I guess you can call it a commercial break. Now we are at Choose Cone. Before we start, stint number 2. Ball taking away stint 1 for himself here tonight. Of course, Christian Rhodes is going to be starting in second place. Half is going to be in third, or excuse me, half in second with Rhodes in third. Pickle Simmer is going to be starting in fourth. Taylor, or fifth. Taylor's going to be in fourth. Good Lord, I'm all thrown off here. Hopefully. Not like I've been doing this for a year or nothing. No, not at all. Speaking of doing this for a year, guys, be sure to check us out multiple times a week. American Stock Car Racing League on Mondays, Right Time ARCA on Wednesdays, Truck Series on Thursdays, and of course NARIS Truck Series Season 1 on Fridays, with a farewell tour for the Gen 6 cars on Saturdays. We know, of course, Ball has it a little bit easier being in pit stall 1 as your pole sitter tonight, so it's hard to beat him out. Now to start, lap 54, green flag, back out now for the 33, as we are now underway for stage number 2. Or shall we call it stint 2? 46 more laps to go here tonight before we claim the last regular season winner for season 1.
More cars going to go to the outside of the 40. He's going to drop down. He's going to try and lead charge here on the inside line. But the 1 and the 88 are going to stay on the outside, as they want all of the cars to run up there. They want to lead this race. They want to control the aggression level. They want to take charge. Just as easy as that, they are to the front, clear on the inside. 21's going to give him a bit of a push, little unsettling there. 21 to the 40 there on the inside. Inside, he's going to fail down here, down the back stretch. You can see the 33 all over the back of that 88. Pushing him through the 1, trying to get the outside line going. Bit even here.
You know, that's a thing. I think they finally figured out the groove. Now, normally, this is how it starts, but it's not how it ends. I mean, it's kind of similar to what we saw for stage 1. A lot of hard-fought driving pretty early on. But then, of course, people start making those moves, and the actions kind of detrimentally hurt, you know, some of the drivers. So, you still got to watch out here. Yeah, we are 2x2 for a lot of lines, but there's still a lot of wiggling. You know, somebody's going to get tired of the wiggling in front. They're going to try to go get some track position. They're going to start that middle line. As the 33 jumps down, literally on cue, like he could hear me. Jesus. Almost went off the track to do so.
That was pretty aggressive by him, too. Good jump for him, good swap for him, but he left a teammate up high. So, whoa!
Not good. Hopefully, not much damage. Sam Taylor, Teal involved. Go back to the replay. Sponsored by Young Hitta Collectibles. See exactly what happened here. It's another bad maneuver. '80 just comes up a little bit into the 9 of Taylor. And Teal sent Taylor sideways. Then, of course, the 12 kind of put himself into it a little bit, being that close behind, not expecting that to be a situation. 77 kind of breaks away from it. No contact from the rear. Kind of, falls off pace. But, Taylor getting a little bit of damage to that driver's side door from the 80 of Teal.
That pace car scared the crap out of me. I thought that was another car coming to wipe out the 9 car. Sorry about that. I had to step away for just a few seconds.
All good, brother. Yes, Brianna. I sponsor myself. Why wouldn't I?
And it looks like majority of the front half is going to come down pit road, maybe top off here. See if they can't stretch a run to the end.
Still a little risky. Only 7 laps in. I mean, you couldn't have burnt but about 4 laps of fuel. I mean, it was pacing. If you were turning your car off or clutching, you should be able to save some. Of course, not all drivers choose the manual.
Whoa, there's a wreck under caution.
Uh-oh.
We're wrecking under caution. The
14.
7.
I'm sorry, the 7. Yeah, what am I talking about?
I caught that. I had just gone back to the front to look up front there, see who was leading.
Ooh, Rodman. Not a good situation for him, too, being in the hunt.
Not good at all for him.
Doesn't look like he has damage. Might
Not. Looks like the right front's a little crinkled up there, so he is a little hurt here, but doesn't look to be too bad. He can go back down, put some bear bond on it, go back out, call it a day.
Hopefully that won't affect him too much. I mean, as we were saying earlier, Rodman, he's at the cut line. He is literally the last playoff spot. Everyone is racing him right now.
And being 6 above, that's not something that you want to have happen, especially in a very important race like this one, with it being what it is.
The way we're at right now, it's not about the race win. It's about your survival and your instincts having to kick in during, green flag laps, even now cautions, as this is the second time we've had an incident on and off the track for caution. First one was in the pits. Now this one actually on the field. It's going to be difficult. I mean, everybody fighting for a spot right now. A lot of drivers want that win, whether they're in the playoffs or not. But a lot of other drivers are trying to really solidify that first round of 12 playoff run for them.
And Rodman actually got the waiver on there, so he is going to get a lap back here. He's going to line back up. Probably take some damage repairs, go back out and see if he can't fight for it. As we keep mentioning, he's 6 above, so he's not that far off. He needs the rest of this race to go his way, or else his playoff hopes could be gone.
And fast. I mean, there's nothing holding back a bad finish. Of course, at this point in time, pace lights are off. We're going back green. Speaking of green, the 24 of Tyler Green is going to be your leader this time, coming back under caution. Josh Ball going to be on the outside. Christian Rhodes on the inside in third. Greer in fourth. Picklesimmer in fifth.
Still 40 laps to go as we come back to the green. Still a lot of racing left to go. And the more laps that we turn here, the longer they're going to feel as we get here to the finish. Pace car is off. We're going to go back racing here.
For the sixth time tonight in the restart zone, we are officially back green, flag running. Lap 61 officially just started. Good jump from both guys in line one. 33 of Ball had that restart measured up for Green. Now they're side by side for the lead. Green still has the edge right now, but they're about door to door, nose to nose. Now at the quarter, Ball takes it just by a hair. Green going to be able to take it back on the bottom line. Bottom line falling apart. Only 3 cars connected up high, opposed to the 6 to 7 on the top side. So now here's where the top line resurgence starts to come. 2 more cars join them on the bottom to create a 5-car line on the bottom side. But you are still outnumbered on the high side that is also getting side draft.
And as we always know about Talladega, whichever line has most cars in it, that's the line that's going to prevail, as the 1 and the 88 are going to leave the 24 out to drive, go to the middle, and they're going to abandon him. They're going to try and side draft this outside line and see if they can't build some momentum here to get back to the front, back to where they were before that last caution happened. They're going to settle in there. All but 2 cars lined up on the outside. And we're going to just log some laps here tonight. Oh, whoa! 977. Very close for them right there. Luckily, they saved it. We're going to keep going green. Hop aboard the freight train, because we are on rails tonight, on the outside line. All cars in a single file line. Back to the 24 car. Tyler Green. That second pack is looking to be more organized with some more double file racing.
Yeah, but that double file racing could also hurt them if they all went single file. They'd have a lot more speed to catch that front pack. But this might be the plan for the secondary pack. They might want to let those guys up there, you know, kind of create the wrecks, wreck themselves out, lose those faster pairs if they have, and then now you're in a really good position to not A, only avoid the wreck, but B, gain the position from the drivers that did so. So I mean, this second pack might have something up their sleeve. A lot of fighting though. Right now we're following Sam Taylor. He's currently in 18th. They are about 5.3 seconds back from the leader of Josh Ball, and they're slowly losing times. About a 1/10 of a second per about half a lap. Now they're slowly gaining it back. A lot of drivers go single file. So you've got to wonder, how long is this going to last? You mean the top pack all single file up here right now, and this back pack kind of fighting.
Well, one thing I was going to mention about being safe is that nowhere on this racetrack are you ever safe. You could be leading and you are going to get wrecked out. You could be the last car in line and you could still be involved. But the further away you are from one pack to another, the safer that is. But at the same time, when that caution does come out and you see that smoke start to rise on the racetrack, that's when more trouble could happen as everyone tries to make some evasive maneuvers to avoid it.
Yeah, and you know what they always say, wrecks breed wrecks. So far right now, we're good. Looking at the race recap so far on the night, we're at lap 65. Of course, the 33 of Ball still in the lead right now. If Cheryl was here, he'd be rooting him on. Six cautions for 18 laps. minus that one caution for the break, we only had 5 cautions, 15 laps, or 16 laps. No, 15 laps. Jesus, I'm not good at fast math. 15 lead changes so far on the night. I feel like that's going to be a lot more before we're done here by lap 100, if we don't go to overtime.
Yeah, just now hitting 35 to go in the race. Long race still ahead. 40 laps is a long time at this racetrack, especially when you're single filed out, just logging laps here on the high side. The longest way around the racetrack. You see someone in the front half looking to advance positions here, but that might just hurt him more than it helped him.
32.5 does have a big difference between his teammate Guerrero right now. Of course, with this draft pack, they'll slowly pull it back down. But of course, single file racing right now, they're running on the high side. You're not going to be able to get position on that low end by yourself.
No, not by yourself. And what this front pack does not want to see is anyone go side by side, because as soon as they do, that second pack is going to start tracking them down and fast. They need to stay single file. They need to get closer to each other, tuck up on another's bumper, and get out of dodge. This front pack right now is in the best position possible. As long as nobody makes too hard of a bump or makes any mistakes, this front half of the pack looks to be clear of anything happening until we at least get a green flag cycle.
May now follow in second pack on camera, being led by the 21 of Daniel Holloway. They are now 6 seconds back from the leader. They've gained another 3 seconds since the last time we've seen them, just about 4 to 5 laps ago. So not looking good right now for this secondary pack, as they are still fighting 2 by 2. The front pack is all single file. They have the numbers. If they just went all single file, they would be able to catch this front pack with no problems. And you know, at some points in times, like we just saw, that front pack's going to start fighting for position. And when they do, it is going to be very detrimental to them.
And as you can still see, those 4 cars fighting on the outside, and that's just only going to slow them down that much more as that front pack just continues to pull away. Looking at it now, there is about a 4-second difference from Tyler Green to Holloway, and that number is only going to grow more as that second pack continues to stay double file as they are. Now they're racing it out. They're going to slow down a ton, and that front pack is going to pull away by a mile, almost to where they could get lapped if this goes to the end. And we could only see a good margin of cars on the lead lap finishing this race.
Well, here it goes. 3 cars in that front pack already diving down to that bottom side, trying to get the run. I mean, you can see it. They're slowly falling off pace here. I don't know why they're trying to do it, but they're trying to do it. They're tired of sitting in the back. I mean, they're starting to gain a little bit of momentum and time here, but how long is it really going to last?
Well, and another name of the game, too, is friends. If you don't have any teammates, friends is what's going to help you out. Manufacturer friends. Friends off the track. If you have someone to go down there with you, you're going to pull more cars down, and that's going to get that inside line or outside line going again. It's just a matter of who and when is going to make the move to come down there with those 3.
Hey, but it's tricky, you know. A lot of people have already been in some serious wrecks. You know, fast repair is used, and you know, if you still have that fast repair, you're not going to want to use it right now. You know, like you were saying, you really need friends to move along your finishing position, if not your positioning on the track actively, but it's still going to be a very difficult task in the end to confidently and competently hold that spot.
Partner, apparently 30 to go was the number. They're racing it out. You see them making those maneuvers now that we mentioned that they probably shouldn't make too early just yet.
No, we're already seeing it. This front pack's already going 3 wide racing.
One thing I want to point out, they may be going 3 wide, but this is the most organized I've seen them all race, apart from that 10-row deep 3 wide that we saw in the beginning. This is what is possibly going to win this race, is how organized can you get, and how fast can you get to the front, as we look to have a lap car just ahead of this front pack here. That might slow them down just a bit. It might not. They're going to want him to get out of the way quick as possible. I will say, though, that second pack is catching up just by a few tenths now.
You know, where we're at in the race, every position, like we said right now, is a playoff spot. I mean, drivers have a lot to hang off in the balance here. Pit cycle starting now. The entirety of the first pack almost coming in this time.
And once again, you see the front four cars, 14, 33. There's Ball, Half, all making their stops. These were the front four that made that very early pit stop in the first stint, and it ultimately got them the first half stage win. So this strategy could work out for them again.
Now, of course, not many laps left here tonight. 28 laps to be exact. Not much more racing for the end of the regular season. We're going to take one more commercial break, and we will be right back with the end of this race. Do not go anywhere. You are not going to want to miss this.
Guys, eat your food. Let's go.
I want to taste your banana pudding. You taste my banana pudding.
It's on. It's on.
I was going to say, will you marry me?
Is my makeup messy? Yes, it's messy.
Consumer Cellular can help people save on their cell phone bills. That's why I cut my car in half. This year, let's cut even more things to show people how much they can save. Let's cut the face off of our helmets. Let's cut the top off of our steering wheel. Let's even cut our hats.
Isn't that just a visor?
Shut up, Chris. Great. Can't wait to see what y'all come up with.
Get your second month free with Consumer Cellular.
We are back right now from commercial, last commercial break of the night. Appreciate y'all hanging around with us during that commercial break. We have seen the top 13 go in there, which means Josh Ball, Guerrero, Half, Kilday, and Picklesimmer with Rhodes just outside of the top 5 have officially rounded back out to be your leaders. Early pitch strategy for the win once again. Now with 23 laps to go, these drivers are praying for no cautions, as we've seen them get it in stage 1, now trying to get it in the last stage here of the race. What we've seen from these drivers before as well, you know they're not going to fight for position. They will be comfortable enough pushing Ball to a win. We've seen it happen with Guerrero's win. Team sat behind him and finished 1, 2, 3. So will we possibly see it again here tonight?
I called it.
Yeah, you definitely did call it. I mean, pretty good run from him here tonight, too. I mean, they're sitting comfortably right now. They're about 3 seconds back from Picklesimmer in 6th place with his team. Christian Rhodes and Poston not too far behind. 5 seconds back from the leaders. Sitting in 9th place is going to be Chase Greer, Hancock, and Holloway. And then 14 seconds back from the leader of Ball is going to be Spencer Teal with Leash and Gibson as well.
Yeah, and as these cars are starting to come off pit road, they got their cycle in, they're topped off with fuel, they're packed full. A lot of these cars are going to get organized, group back up, and they're going to start forming a bigger pack again. It's just a matter of who is going to get lined back up, who is leading what pack, and you got to make the move as quick as you can, because that move could be the winning move.
Now, of course, going around into the trial for this time by. It'll start 19 laps left to go in the race. Coming up on some lap traffic here as well are the leaders right now. Lap traffic might jump on to the end of this line, which is also going to help these leaders keep this momentum to try to keep pushing away from the rest of the field.
And the 33 Ball is coming up on 4 cars. That's going to actually give them strength in numbers in their own pack. These cars are probably going to tag on to the back of this 4-car pack, make it 8 cars, and Ball and Vicente, Half, and Kilday, they are going to run away with it.
They have actually dropped down now all in drafts, so these top 4 are really going to start flying now.
You got Dylan, Rhodes, Poston, and Hurt all watching this happen, and they're just thinking, no, don't do that.
I mean, Rose only 3.7 seconds back from the leader. They're gaining thousandths very slowly. They're not really gaining much. It'll go down about 2,000s, 3,000s, back up the same that they lost. Right now at 3.6, trailing behind. I mean, 18 laps to go. It's still possible. Late caution can throw a wrench in the plans up here for these top 4 drivers. I mean, of course, you know, it's still going to be tough, you know, to finish out this race right now with a green flag run. I mean, drivers trying to push these cars to the limits to get up there as fast as possible, you know, with a win in the balance. You don't want to watch it slip away.
No, and unfortunately, that's what the 88 is watching out of his front mirror. He's watching it slip away. He is yelling at someone to throw the caution and give him another shot, as Ball and the other half of the team, they are just soaring away.
I mean, doing good jobs right now as well. I mean, of course, you know, these drivers not in the cut line, not in the bubble, not in the playoffs, but still trying to show what's gonna maybe, precursor season 2 here. I mean, we've seen it before in multiple leagues where these drivers come out pretty strong halfway through the season, and now they're fighting for a contention, for a championship race come next season. I mean, right now, 17 laps to go. Of course, we're going to have live updated standings from Gibson after this race is over. So we will have a little bit of a longer post-race, as before we do the interviews, we're going to hear who has made it and who has been eliminated as well.
We're going to come around to 15 laps to go, and they come off turn 4. Partner, something's got to happen here. The 88 and 1 is just watching this slip away as they're now 4 seconds behind. They hit the 4-second gap, and as we're having another pit stop.
With some locked up brakes too.
Whoa! Spin from the 23. He is 2 laps down, so he was not a factor in that, but still, that could have been a lot worse.
Questionable decision here. Will this pit cycle be the one to go? I mean, when Picklesimmer and them pitted, it didn't seem like they were in there long. 7.6 seconds, so it seems like a fuel run only. They're on old tires right now.
And I didn't see anyone take tires this time, so this was another fuel-only stop. I think they might have not have packed the car full on the last stop.
I feel like Ball, and then when they went in for their first cycle early, they went gas and tires, knowing that they would have the tires in the end. They were able to do the gas and go, which is what they did there. Now Picklesimmer and Rhodes having to go in, most likely for a full stop, unless they're crazy enough to just tap those tanks off and keep on rolling. And it seems like it. Car has not been lifted. Is Picklesimmer already out of pits? So it is going to be another gas and go. Hancock now to the lead. You got to wonder how many more people are going to have to come in for another gas and go before it's going to finish. If these top 9 drivers from Hancock all the way up to Leash have to go in, once again, that's going to put Josh Ball in a position to win it, as they have just passed Picklesimmer and Rhodes. Currently now sitting in 10th is the 33, your pole sitter of the night.
And you were talking about tires too. No one really expects tires to fall off here at Talladega, but you are doing 200 plus miles an hour lap after lap after lap. The tires do degrade. It's not as big of a factor as maybe a Charlotte or a Kansas or a Las Vegas, but it's definitely a factor late in the race, especially when you've only done fuel-only runs. So the tire strat early on was probably the smart way to play it, and Ball now leading the pack once again.
Now, another thing too, with going here, now the top 3 are going to come in. Greer, Hancock, Schroem, and Holloway all in the pitch right now, putting Sam Taylor and Josh Riddle to the lead. Currently, Spencer Teal in 7th. Then it goes Gibson and Leash, with Ball still running out top 10 right now. But looking at these tires, I mean, you can burn tires here. Of course, these tanks are not full for the drivers. They're about an average of maybe 10 gallons. Let me see if I could find my action report on the cars here tonight. They have 50% fuel is what it looks like for all 3 cars. So of course,
run with a full tank is obviously 30 plus laps. You can go about 32 on a full tank.
Right, and they do this purposely here to add the pit cycle strategy. Otherwise, they'd be able to make it through and through. So, having to go for the gas and tires early on, obviously not a good move, knowing you're going to have to come back down to pits. You want to take that long stop first and then come out strong in the end with just a gas. and go. I mean, Teal right now in the lead. Gibson as well. Leash now Ball up to 4th place. Those top 3 are probably still going to have to go in. 11 laps to go. 10 this time past the line. I mean, we're getting to the very end here. The top 3 have not pitted since lap 77. So they are well in their pit cycle now, or pit cycle window now.
Yeah, this time by we're going to come to 10 to go, and a caution is never out of the question. We could still see a caution fall and re-rack this entire thing, and that is going to change the entire name of this race. That Ball and his entire team have played this strategy perfect to a T. As if the top 3 do need to pit one more time, that's going to hand the lead back to Ball. So should a caution come out, that's going to give track position to Teal, Gibson, Leash, and they are going to be in a very good position for the end of this race, as now we are 10 to go.
It's only going to get trickier from here. Drivers know what's at stake. They know what needs to be done. Of course, winding down. It has been a long night for these drivers. Just about an hour and 40 minutes into the race here. Of course, like I said earlier, if you're just tuning in now, this is the last regular season race for American Stock Car Racing League. Of course, next week we will move on to the first round of 12 race for the playoffs. We will have a live update of who is in and who is out on the bubble after this race before we go to our top 3 drivers interviews, starting with our 3rd place finisher and finishing with our winner. Now, of course, 9 more laps to go. Spencer Teal, Gibson, Leash, all in the top 3 right now. You got to wonder, they're being pulled by the 7 of Luke Johnson, who is multiple laps down right now. You've got to wonder how much gas do they have left.
Well, that's going to play into their hand perfectly, because they're going to use him as a pick, and they're just going to let off the gas and save fuel as much as possible. But Ball is under 4 seconds, so he is catching, but they've got to pick up the pace if they want to go catch them.
I mean, you can see them there now, just in front, looking at the nose cam of Ball. They're in hindsight, very, very, very faintly, but they are now in the window.
Catching very fast. As last time I made that call, they were 3.9 seconds away. They have caught him by 0.8 of a second in just that lap alone.
About down to a full second off now, as they're down to 3.1. Not losing or gaining time right now. It's kind of stagnant. I think these cars are pretty even. Of course, 7 laps to go. Something's got to shake. Either Teal's going to be able to make it, as well as Gibson and Leash, or they're going to have to come in at a literal maybe another 3 laps, which is going to kill their run. It's going to give Ball the win. Oh, they're gaining a lot of time right now.
Oh, 100%. They are down to 2.5, 2.4 now. Less than that as they cross the line. My mistake. They're going to come off turn 2 this time. They're going to be down to 2 seconds.
I don't know what happened. There's only 4 gears in these cars. Did they find a 5th gear? What is happening? They are slowly but surely catching up, now under 1.8 seconds away from the leader.
Well, it's those tires, as we go back to that conversation. The tires do play a bigger role than what people, as they're going to come in.
There it is, there it is, there it is.
Whoa! That was a smoky entrance.
Leash around in pits. 77 Alish now down and out in pits. That's going to cost him a lot of positions there. I mean, the pit was already going to cost him a lot of positions there, as there is 5 more laps to go. Ball in the lead. This is officially where dreams end and legends are made.
Here now to the 7, who was already multiple laps down at a black flag while he was on pit road. So he's probably going to have to come back down. His race was already more than done, as he was at least 2 laps down when he entered pit road.
4 laps to go. Pole sitter in the lead. 40 laps led for him tonight. I mean, what can go better? Leading 40 laps, started in first. You have the possibility to finish in first. Of course, not at the white flag yet. Anything's still possible when it comes down to cautions. Looking back at top 5, they are 6.5 plus seconds back. They're not going to be able to catch up.
No, not anytime soon. I was just getting ready to talk about them too. I saw that second pack back there, 4 cars, just like the front pack. They are less organized than what Ball through half are. They're pretty separated, and then they're just going to continue to lose time, lessening their chance to gain at least a little bit of time back. Oh, whoa, don't do that now, boys.
But you also have to think this is also due to the simple fact that Poston and Hurt are teammates for Candy Shack, and Rhodes and Pickle Simmer are slightly dangerous teammates. So these 4 are not going to help each other out. They're only going to try to pass for position and try to get some speed up. I mean, you saw Rhodes fall off pretty hard there. That's going to put Hurt and Poston in a better position. Now trying to pick off Pickle Simmer, going for 5th place. We only have 2 more laps to go. Josh Ball still currently in the lead.
As I'm looking around the track, there is not a single pack that has 4 or more cars in their pack. Everyone else is all separated around, or their car just has too much damage and they're running by themselves. And I hate to call it early with it. you never think that with 2 to go that's early, but it is still pretty early. They're going to come around to the white flag. This race will be official this time.
No more cautions can affect this race now. It is all up to the 33 and his capabilities. Of course, we already know teammates 1, 2, 3, and 4, they're not going to make the pass. We've seen this happen again with Pasta. They do not care about positioning as long as the team gets the win. Now it is practically wrapped up for a bow. If this was a playoff must-win situation for Ball, he would have officially done it here tonight.
Props to them, though. They played the strategy correct. That could have not gone any more perfect for them throughout this second half of the race.
And here we go, going into the line through the tri-oval. The 33 of Josh Ball is going to take the last regular season win here today. 33 of Ball takes the win here tonight after an insane strategy that had held them up to the win. Of course, it was a hard-fought battle for most, and unfortunately tonight, a lot of drivers' racing seasons have officially come to an end when it comes down to competition. We are waiting right now for the live results of who is going to be in and who is going to be out. So, of course, don't go anywhere. Don't swipe out of your phones. Don't click the X button on the browser. Stick around to hear who made it in and whose night was unfortunately finished, and also hear from your top 3 winners. All right. Points have officially been updated. We have the man that has put all this together himself, Dalton Gibson, up here in the booth to tell you who has made it and whose nights have officially come to an end. Dalton, we'll give you the mic.
I appreciate it, Tyler. Regular season champion Daniel Holloway, as many are suspecting at this point, with 355 points, just ran away with it during the regular season here. So he will clinch a first round bye in the playoffs. So starting round of 8, his points will apply there. But then going from second, you have Anthony Poston at 291, Dylan Picklesimmer in third with 288, myself in fourth, 279, Christian Rhodes, 277, Ethan Horse, 274, Ace Greer, 263, Joshua Riddle, 259, Russell Hancock, 258, Tyler Hurt, 254, Matt Binky, 252, and then we have a tie for 12th, Josh Ball and Sam Taylor at 230. However, Sam Taylor will be making the playoffs. Josh Ball did not meet the minimum requirement for races. You have to run a minimum of 8, but it is really impressive seeing him only running five races and making it up to that cut line. That is truly impressive.
Now, of course, we had that 2-way tie. If Ball was eligible, how would we have deciphered that position?
Well, if he ran 3 more races, it would have been his own. With the win tonight, it would have knocked him through. But we would go wins, top 5s, top 10s, polls, I believe, if it comes down to it. But I don't think we would ever get into a situation like that. But we have, I think, 5 safeguards as far as ties are concerned. But currently, that's what we're looking at right now.
Well, of course, one hell of a regular season here. We'll hit you with a little bit of an interview while you're up here, since you are the man that has orchestrated all of this for the iRacing side of America's Stock Car Racing League. Regular season now officially to a close, man. I mean, 10 weeks ago, did you think not only the numbers here? I mean, we have 59 people that have been, whether for one race or multiple, and a lot of drivers that are still here on a weekly basis, putting blood, sweat, and tears into the situation. how are you feeling about season one regular season now officially being wrapped up?
I mean, it's been pretty good competition as far as the points battles have been gone. It truly came down to the wire for, I would say, about 8 to 10 of these drivers that were looking to make the cut here tonight, and um, all I could have asked for is good tight racing. This race only featured what, 4 cautions that were not you know league thrown, so I will take it. Like we cleaned up our act from last week, and I feel like put on a good show. There was some good fuel strategy racing there at the end, and congratulations to Josh Ball with the win tonight, and I feel like a team top 3, I believe. But really good from them. Good to see them come in as late as they did, and put on a good show and be competitive and run up front. So I mean, to all the drivers though, I mean, we couldn't have done it without y'all, and we're looking forward to closing out this season. I'm gonna start ironing out some things, starting for season 2. Going ahead and making a schedule. That way we can go ahead and knock that out. But yeah, we're super excited to see what happens in the postseason. But as always, thank you, Tyler, for broadcasting these. Um, just thank you for all the drivers that love to participate on a Monday night. Come out and relax. Have fun. We're not too serious. I feel like, but yeah, it's always a good time.
Of course, man, congratulations on a stellar season one regular season. Hiccups here and there, but that's what happens, when a new league is formed and everybody has to kind of conform to not only each other, but the rules and regulations of the track. I mean, still, we've had our ups, we've had downs on the track, but I feel like this was a very good race to finish out the regular season.
Yeah, I agree, man. It was awesome. Like, I can't have asked for anything better. I feel like uh, with it averaging about 8 to 10 cautions a race, 4 cautions in the regular season, it's a dream, man.
Well, of course, that dream will continue on next week to the first round of playoffs where things start to shake up immensely as we switch the cars every week. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge. Definitely look forward to seeing not only what your team's going to do for the playoff run, but of course what you're going to do as well. And hopefully we're talking to you up here as a top 3 finisher, if not a winner.
Looking forward to it, Tyler. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. You have a good one, man, and we appreciate you jumping up here.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you. That was the man that has been behind it all since day one here. Dalton Gibson, of course, running the iRacing side of Everything American Stock Car Racing League, of course. Right now, very, very close situation for our winner tonight. If he only had 3 more races, he would have practically been in the playoffs. But unfortunately, with those 3 races out, it goes to Sam Taylor. So Taylor now officially putting himself in a really good situation. Of course, now we're going to go back and talk to the top 3 drivers here tonight. We're going to start off with our 3rd place finisher. Third place finisher of Adam Kilday.
Hey, what's up, man?
How you doing, man?
Doing all right. How about yourself?
Doing pretty good. Thanks for asking. So,
Awesome.
Great race tonight. I mean, you started in 5th place. Team had a immaculate strategy, I would say. I mean, you guys have literally pulled rabbits out of your hats every time. It seems like you 4 to 5 get grouped up on the track. It's kind of unstoppable. I mean, I don't know if you've heard the news. I mean, if Ball had 3 more races, he would have been in the playoffs, clinching the 12th spot.
Oh, what? So, What does that mean? There's a minimum start requirement in this league?
Eight minimum
Or-
starts in regular season.
Oh God.
3 races away. Literally 3 races away.
Yeah, I wasn't even aware of that. I don't think none of us were. We were just keen on focusing on one person. We came into this race like, shoot, we may have a chance on getting one of us into the playoffs, and maybe like 10, 20 laps into the race, we, decided, I think the ball was like 6 points over me, so we just decided to stick with him. And, he ended up getting like the pole and swept all the bonus points and led all the laps. And dang, that kind of sucks to hear.
I mean, still pretty good for you guys coming into this race more than halfway through the season. I mean, you're finishing 14th regular season on points, finishing 18th. I mean, you guys have put on really good numbers here in only 5 starts.
Yeah, I mean, it's like we kind of did last week in this car. Found some chemistry with it together, and we decided to take that here at Dega. We had more room on the track, and what do we have? 6 cautions, so it's definitely a lot less cautions what we had last week and even the week prior. But no, I mean, I didn't even think being in the running for the cutoff spot was possible, but I mean, all of us working together, we nearly made it happen. Shoot, I think if we even made one less start, we probably get all 3 of us in the 12, but I guess don't even make it anyways from the minimum start. But yeah.
I mean, of course, still a good finish for 4 out of 5 of you tonight, claiming, top 4 spots. Looking forward to the rest of the playoffs. Now, of course, all eliminated drivers due to the minimum requirement. But I mean, still having to hunt for a win. So I mean, there's still a lot to look forward to for the rest, of the season. Now that we're in postseason, but I mean, of course, like you said, 6 cautions tonight, a big difference from what we've kind of seen here over the last few weeks. Do you feel like a lot of drivers kind of started honing in now that it's the end of the season? This was a very big race for a lot of guys, either on that line or just outside. Do you feel like that kind of cleaned up the racing here tonight?
Probably. I know being in contention on a cutoff spot, I'm wanting to be more conservative and patient and let the race go on and see what unfolds, and then try to put myself in a good position on one of the final pit cycles towards the end. And but yeah, I think tonight there's still, you see a lot of bumper slamming, people slamming into each other, even when people in front of them are like connected 3-4 deep. But that's kind of what this car encourages. And then it's like really at the end of the day, you kind of don't want to be left out hanging on your own in the middle or the bottom. So you see people trying to fight to stay up in the top lane, or trying to pinch the top lane into the wall to maintain track position. But it's pretty much if the top is long and organized, there's really nothing you can do unless you link up with other people to time a run to shoot your way to the front by going low. But yeah, this car just in general brings a lot of aggressiveness out of people. But I mean, for tonight, regarding with this car overall, 6 cautions for a 100 lap race, that isn't too bad, I would say.
Now, of course, man, I mean, when you guys hook up It seems like you're kind of unstoppable. Just seeing what you guys have been able to accomplish within 5 races is pretty insane. I mean, a lot of other people that have 5 starts were, nowhere near where you guys are in points. How do you feel like this is gonna change things come season 2? If the team, of course, re-registers and is officially going to be playoff bound from race 1 on.
Not sure. I mean, oh God. I mean, the goal was kind of like maybe to show up for playoff races to help out one of the guys if we made our way in. But for the rest of these playoff races, I'll probably start one here and there. But for next season, I don't know what my plans are as of yet. I'm not sure what balls and them are either. But I don't know. I mean, we'd probably have the same mindset. I'm assuming I don't know what their layout is going to be. I'm assuming it'll be the same layout. They seem to have a good system going with the car changes, and it's like you run the same car for 2 weeks in a row, and then it changes, and then you got the round of the playoffs. So it seems like a fun system, all in all. But yeah, I just haven't decided yet if I'm gonna sign up for a full time yet next season, or if I'm going to be running a different league. I'm kind of already committed to at the moment. Right now, it's like we're in like a bye season. So it's like between seasons in this other league I do, but we'll see as time goes on.
And of course, man, before we let you go and enjoy the rest of your Monday night, do you have any shout outs you'd like to give to anybody?
Yeah, we'll definitely do a shout out to the team. We had a lot of guys, four, what was it? 4 other teammates in the Discord with me. We have Vicente, Josh, Daniel Hoff, Adam Schramm. We had one heck of a race together. We all nailed those pit stops and came out together. So that's freaking awesome on that part. We all did what we could this race. Too, on top of it all, but a huge shout out to the run we had, man, with the no Presley Esports. But yeah, shout out to them. Shout out to the league here, American Stock Car Racing League, and the admins, all the guys that put this on. They seem to have a good show going here. And a shout out to the broadcast. I keep forgetting, I don't have the name for the broadcast down, so I apologize for that. But broadcaster Tyler Jones here. Your time is appreciated, man. So thank you for the commentary and all the stuff you do as well, dude.
Of course, I appreciate that, man. Appreciate you showing up here, for these races that you guys have been to, and all you guys give on the track on a weekly basis. Obviously, congratulations on your top 3 finish here tonight, matching the team 1 through 4. And hopefully we'll see more wins from you guys in the playoffs. Who knows? I mean, there's still, a few more races left to possibly, add another total to the season.
Oh yeah, true that. We'll see. I'll talk with the fellas and see what they want to do. So, yeah.
All right, brother. Well, hopefully we are talking to you up here again. And until then, we hope you have a good one.
We'll do. You take it easy.
You too, man. Of course, that was our 3rd place finisher, Adam Kilday. Going to our 2nd place finisher, Vicente Guerrero. Let's bring him in here. You there, boss? There he is.
Yeah. What up, Tyler?
How you doing, man?
Good. It was fun, man. It was a good race.
I would say great race for you guys.
Yeah, oh yeah.
This is another week where we've seen dominance here for you guys. I mean, pit strategy on point. Those last few strategies kind of prevailed. I mean, watching here, you guys first went in for gas and tires. Everybody else chose to do gas. That hurt. Pickle Simmer and Rhodes as they were 6 seconds back, really fighting to catch up to you guys on old tires. And, the freshest set won here. Of course, team finishing top 4. You're missing just one teammate, and that would be Strom all the way in 16th. But, team really having a good night here. Of course, only 6 cautions. So, do you feel like the lack of cautions this week kind of allowed you guys to prevail a little bit better?
Oh yeah, for sure. It keeps us more in line, connected, and do pit road strategy and stuff like that. Yeah, that when it gets to a lot of cautions, it mixes up, it shuffles the field and it shuffles everybody, and it's harder to get teammates close to you and work yourself through the pack. And here it's a little bit easier because it's a little bit wider, so you're able to make some moves and stuff like that. But if it goes down to pit road strategy, stuff like that, I think we're all a really good team that we stay connected coming out of pit road, in the pit road, stuff like that. It just sucks that Schramm wasn't able to, he's got bad luck tonight and wasn't able to stick with us. But man, all in all, it was a good team effort tonight, and it was fun racing with everybody.
Of course, man. I mean, unfortunate, situation is could have had a playoff run from the 33 of Ball if you guys had 3 more starts. So unfortunate. Ball will not be able to make it into the round of 12 for playoffs as he had the tie with Sam Taylor and would have had him with that win, but just didn't meet the minimum requirement for starts. Now, with the momentum you guys have had here with only 5 starts compared to everybody else's, do you feel like if this team comes back next season, you guys are really going to be in contention for the regular season championship?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, that's a bummer to hear that. I didn't. I could have sworn I skimmed through the rule book and I didn't see any minimum requirement. I don't know if it was posted in general or somewhere, but yeah, that's a bummer. We're hoping to get a Ball into the playoffs and give us something to work for. It's always good to have a teammate making it in the playoffs if they can, and supporting him and stuff like that. Unlike every other team, they'll do the same. But yeah, that's a bummer, man.
I mean, unfortunate, end to the regular season as, he's not able to advance. But I mean, still a lot of races left for you guys here in season 1 and, a lot of opportunities to put your name even further on the map. Do you feel like, you guys are going to have more opportunities for wins come these next 6 races?
Oh yeah, yeah. Um, I think so, but like if we're not in the playoffs, I don't know what our team's planning, but I don't want to cause any problems like like any
All right.
cause a problem with any drivers that are in the playoffs because they're driving for the championship. But I believe Holloway had mentioned something about for the playoff guys, maybe there's something to race for there. I'm not sure if you're aware of that or heard something going on, but if there is, man, we're all for that too.
Now, of course, man, kind of segueing back to the race here tonight for you in the Gen 6, it seems like these cars have been pretty good for you guys so far these last 2 weeks. How was the car for you tonight, especially with a lot of the racing? I mean, one point in time, there was 10 lines of 3 wide racing.
Yeah, that was fun. I mean, that was really fun. Seeing 3 wide there and getting runs and going forward and getting really close and side draft and Yeah, really enjoy this Gen 6 car. Not sure if this was the last of the Gen 6 for the year or not. I'm not sure how they rotate cars here, but oh no, I really love the Gen 6 how they drive.
Well, of course, Gen 6 is making one more return. That is going to be in the playoffs. I can get you the exact race number in 1 second. It is going to be the 4th race, round of 8, elimination race at Talladega. We go back to the Gen 6 for the last time this season.
Sounds fun. Sounds good. Might be like a wild card for anybody, that's in the playoffs, so that'll be good.
And of course, man, before we let you go enjoy the rest of your night, are there any shout outs you'd like to give to anybody?
Tyler, I want to give you a shout out for your broadcast. Can't wait to watch this one back, man. Want to thank American Stock Car Racing for letting us in here in their league and letting them run with all of them and all the drivers, all the admins for what they do, and all the drivers that participated tonight, and my team, No Presta Esports, normally known as No Pasta. But yeah, Adam, Kilday, Shram, uh, Ball, and Daniel, all our teammates there, and No Presta. I also want to thank my folks out in Arizona. Um, love you guys, my mom and dad, and my family here, my wife, for letting me do what I do every night, and can't forget the Spaceballs on the card tonight. I know it was Star Wars Day, let the what did it say? May the fourth be with you or something like that. But I thought it would be a good idea to throw the Spaceballs in there. That's one of my childhood favorite movies there. So yeah, so that's it.
Well, of course, man, congrats on a good team victory here tonight. Of course, congrats on the 2nd place finish after a pretty hard fought battle here tonight. And definitely look forward to seeing what you guys are going to be able to accomplish if you make a return for season 2.
For sure, man. Can't wait to be back next season. So get up in the booth and talk to you some more.
Yeah, hopefully we might have that before the end of the season.
Well, yeah, we'll make it be a bad habit, right?
There's better habit than none, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right,
For
man. You have
sure.
a good one.
All right, you too, man.
That was our 2nd place finisher, Vicente Guerrero. Now, the man that took it all tonight, and a great strategy that prevailed to let him be the winner tonight. It is going to be the 33 of Josh Ball. Paul, you there, man? You got a copy?
Oh, I think I can barely hear you. Hold on. All right, go ahead.
Give him a second to get his ears turned up.
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, buddy. So, victory here for you tonight. You guys had the better strategy, being the ones to go for the full stop early on in stint 2 and take the tires while everybody else went for gas, and it showed to definitely prevail. Unfortunate situation for you, though, as you did tie for 12th. You would have made it if you had 3 more starts.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about all that because it's not in the rule book. So that's what we're going to appeal the decision to because technically there's people that are going to make the playoffs that don't have 8 starts. So
I mean, hey, I don't blame you there. I mean,
that's it. Might as well, right?
If it's not black and white, it's not going to hurt you
That's
to
what I
try
said.
it. It's not going to hurt you to
Hell
try
yeah.
it. You lose nothing out of it. I mean, if that's the case and you can make it in, of course, you'll have Taylor by the win, as Taylor did not get a win this season. And, it's going to kind of shake things up a little bit. I mean, you did finish of course, like we said, in 12th place, giving you that tie for 230, but of course with the win, that will put you over. So if it is overturned, that would make you the last person in at a very, very pivotal point of the season. So if you can, push down to that appeal and it actually gets overturned, how are you feeling about the playoff run?
Oh well, if it's a playoff run, we'll do the best we can, and we're gonna enjoy it either way. We'll still race it out, so it'll be fun either way. But yeah, we've been having fun here. We got pretty much all our teammates win. There's a couple people that we haven't been able to get to yet, but hopefully we'll get them before the end of the season. And yeah, I mean, it's been fun. I've been trying not to talk to you because I have to get up in 5 hours. So every race I like back off a little bit before we get to the finish. So I finish fourth or something like that.
Well, unfortunately, not tonight. I'll make a quick short for you, so we're not holding too much of your time.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
Crazy race here tonight. 6 cautions, a little bit better than it was the last few weeks. Of course, last run for the Gen 6 cars until second round of the playoffs, the elimination for round of 8. Like I was telling Guerrero, 10 lines of 3 wide racing. How did you feel, the competition was on the track here tonight?
I thought it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I think obviously the problem is this car is very side draft dependent. So, the upper line works for a while, then the bottom line can work. But, the upper line is probably the most preferred. But, when you get 3 wide, anything can happen. There'll be runs everywhere. But yeah, luckily we didn't have to deal with that kind of at the end. We determined that we were just going to run not a fuel strategy. We're just going to short pit and go in early and force other people's hands and try to just run faster laps than everybody, which worked out. And yeah, so we tried to not give them a chance to save fuel.
Of course, man, you guys had that really good strategy early on. Took the tires and had the freshest tires at the end. Pickle Simmer had I believe he finished with a 11-second gap to you guys, and you put on an extra 4 seconds within like 10 laps of racing there within the last 20 to go. When did you guys kind of realize that 4-tire full fuel stop within the last 2 pit cycles would have been that winning strategy?
We really didn't. I ended up making the decision at the end. Vince wanted us to pit and double pit, and I was leading, and I was like, if I'm going to have a chance at this point, I need to lead most laps. And if we are going to win, then we're just going to win by pitting early in that. So, which he was fine with because obviously, it was me that had to win. So, yeah.
No, of course, man. Of course, on the outside looking into next season, if the team does come back, I mean, you guys only had 5 starts and were able to amass this amount of points. How are you feeling for a full season run next season? Not only for you, but for the team as well.
I feel like the whole team probably can make playoffs. I think Adam Schramm's got a lot better. He was always on the edge in our previous leagues of making playoffs. I think he knocked down qualifying tonight, so I think that's really going to help him, and I think he'll make playoffs. I don't think Vince or Adam will have a problem. They were, we started the same week, and they're up to 14th, and I think maybe 16th or something in playoffs right now. So they should have easily, with 3 more races or 5 more races, have enough to make the playoffs. So I think we'll be okay. I mean, it'll be fun to race these guys for a whole season.
Of course, man, we're not going to hold you up much longer. Let you get your rest so you don't go in with bags under your eyes.
No, you're fine.
Do you have any shout outs you want to give to anybody?
Yeah, obviously all these guys for putting on the league. Obviously we wouldn't know about it except for besides Twitch and YouTube where we've seen your broadcasts, mostly YouTube, but we've been catching up on trying to watch Twitch. It's hard at work, but yeah. So obviously Dalton putting on the league, and you doing broadcast every week. Obviously, I got to thank my teammates. So nothing would be possible without Adam, Vince, Dan, and the other Adam Schramm. So nothing would be possible without them. And yeah.
Well, of course, man. Appreciate you joining us here for season 1. It's been a rough ride for some of it for you guys, but of course, at the end it cleans up. Still have a lot of racing left to go, so hopefully we'll see you and the team back in victory lane if you guys still decide to stay full time for the rest of the playoffs. Of course, congratulations on the first place victory tonight. Of course, if the appeal goes through, congratulations on the playoff run. I mean, still 5 starts, 230 points, 33 stage points, 2 stage wins with a race win. I mean, I wouldn't call, I would say that's a bad season for only 5 starts.
Thanks, Brian.
Of course, man. You have a good one. Hopefully we're talking to you again soon.
Sounds good, buddy. See ya.
That was our race winner, Josh Ball, the number 33, claiming the first victory at the last race of the regular season. Now, somebody that's practically had this in the books for multiple weeks now, and hasn't looked away from it. We can't get away from him either. It's going to be the man that finished in 9th tonight. Unfortunately, didn't get the win, but he is your regular season champ. That being Daniel Holloway. Holloway, you got a copy, boss?
Well, hello.
I just can't escape you, huh? So let's roll through the stats real quick. 355 points, 46 stage points, no stage wins, only 5 penalty points with 3 wins, 7 top 5s, 8 top 10s, and 10 starts. No provisionals used. 1,030 laps in 10 races. You were able to take away that spot by 64 points. And that was to Boston. So, I mean, having to fight teammates the entire season for finishing positions and practically fighting the rest of the field to keep all 4 tires on the ground. But we're able to claim the regular season victory. So how does it feel for you now that it's official?
Feels really good. Check mark on that, but now playoff starts, so it's a whole different beast, which I think I am already locked in the top 8, if I am correct. But playoff time, it's go time. There's no holding. You can't hold back or anything because every point matters, especially points redo and stage points is going to be crucial.
So, of course, now, first week by getting awarded to you. It's going to be, a little bit better now that you can kind of rest a week, not have to worry about anything, practically watch some teammates in the sky and, do some scouting reports, if you will. How do you feel like, you're going to approach the playoffs? I mean, of course, comfortable within the round of 8, but you still got 2 rounds to go.
Yeah, that's the goal. Get the momentum back again. Another few weeks been a little bit rough for me, but I don't give up. I keep crawling back and fought back again tonight for a top 10, and I'm glad to see some green flags, pit stops going and stuff like that. But like I said, it's go time. I got all my teammates in there, but it comes to an end, and it's like. We got to help each other to the end, and then it's best man. So whoever gets it. As far as in that team, we'll keep it in the team for the championship. That's the goal, and it's just the question is which guy.
I mean, of course, you had a really good run early on in the season. Like you said, kind of wavered off a little bit, about halfway through, kind of in some bad situations, but you were still able to keep that lead and kind of keep the points lost at a minimum. Of course, now, you know, it's going to be kind of difficult here, as like you said, it's going to be a restart. Now, of course, you have teammates in this playoff as well. Do you feel like there's going to be a lot more fighting between you guys, or is it going to still be team strategy?
Team strategy. We're not. We're gonna be the friendly fight, but I know next week is kind of like a bye for me. But I still got to get my teammates up there too, push them ahead in top 8. That'll be my goal, and get all the points that you can as far as with them and myself also. Um, you know, that's the goal. Get us 5. One of us is gonna be the unlucky when we hit the top 4 if all 5 of us try to make it to the top 4. So that's the duck who's the goose on that one.
I mean, of course, man, great season. I mean, with the stats you've amassed, I mean, you led in stage points. I mean, there was really nothing else you could have got done. Led in top 5s, led in top 10s. I mean, across the board, most laps recorded on track. I mean, nothing else really could have wrapped up the season for you better other than the win here tonight. I mean, now, season 1, regular season's over. We've already asked about the playoffs. Let's kind of pick your brain on next season a little bit. Of course, nothing solidified with season 2 scheduling yet, but of course we know the team's going to be making a comeback for season 2. So what's going to be the approach? Is it going to be the same, or are you guys going to try to wait to see how the playoffs go to make that approach for season 2?
I know there's going to be some tweaks in changes in season 2 to clean up some stuff like cautions and wrecks and stuff like that. So that's what we'll put together here soon. I know Dalton said something about starting the playoffs that there is something going to be changed as far as that. I don't know. He's the big boss. I just drive the car. um, so there is going to be some changes, yes, and in for the better and stuff, and then everybody come back again for season 2 and hit hard. I do want to say also in the playoffs too, there's some sleepers too. So you got Chase, Benke, he can sneak that in there. Then you have Dylan, Picklemeyer. He's been quiet, but he's been good. He's sitting in 3rd in points, and then he's got his teammate Sam Taylor. I know he won. Was it the first race of the season, or was that Rhodes? I can't remember. Dylan can be the sleeper too.
Now, of course, man, before we let you go, enjoy the rest of your Monday. Of course, we're going to ask you, as the regular season champ, if you have any shout outs you want to give to anybody.
Yeah, shout out to you, Tyler. You do one heck of a job as far as broadcasting. And love having others join you and love joining with you up in the booth and stuff, and makes it more exciting also. The Candy Shack boys, oh gosh, what's his name? I think it's Anthony. Yep, it's Anthony. I mean Todd. We get mixed up a little bit. Dalton. I know Dalton's been pretty busy on and off. Russ, he's been up and down. So I know new season starts playoffs. So I know he's gonna get that running too. And Tyler finally makes the playoffs. Let's see how we can do it. We're all gonna work together. So all 5 of us in there in this lovely league, American Stock Car Racing League. Good start, good season so far. Like I said, tweaks here and there. Admins, all the drivers out there that show up 30 plus each week, can't can't do it without them also for this league too. So I know some are just having bad luck and stuff and just miss it from the playoffs tonight. But you know, some of us, even myself, I told some of these guys to, you know, keep digging. You'll get your shots, you'll get your breaks, you'll get your top fives, you'll get your top tens, you'll get some wins going. So just keep going, don't give up.
Of course, man. What a great way to end the season. Same way it was started, with a points lead and a victory lap around as the regular season champ. Congrats to you on a hell of a season performance, and we definitely look forward to seeing what you're about to do in the playoffs.
Sounds good. Maybe get back into the top three again and get this Hershey Kisses car back in victory lane.
Yeah, it's a few weeks in the making that we've haven't seen it ever since that
Yeah,
that
that's
bounty
true.
was put on you. Seems like it
Yep.
just went downhill for $20.
Yeah, it was time to break it. Gotta show the love for everyone else too. I can't just hog it. So gotta show everybody else. Top three for them gets their pride going, gets them going good too. I like to see new guys, new faces too, and top fives and top tens and wins. So, but playoff starts, so strategy change and got to go for it.
All right, man. Well, once again, congrats on that regular season championship, and hopefully we're talking to you up here again in the next few weeks.
Sounds good. Oh, hey, I got one bet. If I win the championship, do I get a Greg Biffle car?
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. I don't know who's making that bet with you. You might as well just start picking which one you want.
Yep.
We'll see.
I'll see you one night.
We'll see. Yeah. I was going to say no promises. We'll see.
I thought I might change the subject and get you going on that one.
Get my bank account going is what you're doing.
Dalton will pay for it. Don't worry.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, true story. True story.
Uh-huh.
All right, man. We'll catch you later.
See ya.
That was your regular season champ, Daniel Holloway. Man's got jokes. Man has got some jokes. Of course, looking back to our results here tonight, Josh Ball takes away the win. Vicente Guerrero going to be finishing in second, Gilday in third, half and fourth, with Hurt rounding out your top five. Christian Rhodes just outside in sixth. Nicholsomer in seventh. Greer in eighth. Holloway, your regular season champ, finishing in ninth, with Russ Hancock rounding out the top 10. One hell of a race here to finish out a regular season. Best race all season. Only 6 caution laps. Technically, only one of those was a stage break. So if you want to be real, we've only had 5 cautions. 15 laps of pacing out of 100 laps. That is a positive. 24 lead changes overall on the night, and some crazy clips and highlights here tonight. 10 line, 3 wide racing, something we have never seen before, confidently and comfortably in the Gen 6 cars. But of course, if you can't do it, American stock car racing will. Of course, our live coverage is officially concluded here for the night. On behalf of ASCRL and ARN, we'd like to thank you for dropping in and stopping by. Of course, my co-commentator has already taken off for the night, but we are appreciative for Jordan Fisher jumping in here. Be sure to check him out for his league on Saturday. Of course, tomorrow we go to off day, and then Wednesday is right time for the ARCA Series. Thursday for the Truck Series, NARS Cup and Trucks. Trucks on Friday, and Saturday is the farewell tour for the Gen 6 Cup cars. Once again, regular season officially finished here for American Stock Car, and of course, we'd always like to thank you, the fans, for watching and making it possible for these drivers to do what they love to do. Of course, as always, we're going to leave you with a white flag lap, where Josh Ball took his first victory at the end of the regular season. We hope to catch you next time. If not here, in another place. If not, we'll catch you back here next Monday. Same time, different place.